boys and girls, it's Mrs. Nadler. I'm going to read you the story, The Big Smelly Bear. As you can see, I have my bear friends with me. They're my daughter, Summers. She just loves her stuffed animals. These books were all my children's, Robbie and Summer. They just loved their stories when they were little. The Big Smelly Bear is a story we're going to read, and it's by Britta Teckentrup. We like to thank Scholastic and Company, as well as the Great Britain Boxer Books Limited, for giving us the permission to read these stories. The Big Smelly Bear never washed. The Big Smelly Bear never brushed. The Big Smelly Bear never took a bath. The Big Smelly Bear was followed by a big smelly stink wherever he went. Flies just buzzed all around him, but they were the only ones that ever came close. When the animals in the forest got a whiff of the Big Smelly Bear, they ran away as quickly as they could. None of this seemed to bother the Big Smelly Bear, but sometimes he did think that it would be nice to have a friend. I'm sure sometimes your parents want you to take a bath and you don't feel like it, right? Kind of like this Big Smelly Bear. Let's see what happens next. Then one morning, everything changed. Big Smelly Bear woke up with the most terrible itch. He tried to scratch his back with his paw, but he couldn't reach. He tried to roll on the ground in the dirt, but that didn't stop the itch either. The Big Smelly Bear was itchier and dustier than ever. He tried to scratch his back with a tree branch, but that made the itch even itchier. He tried to rub his back against the trunk of an old tree, but that didn't help at all. "I would scratch your back for you," said a voice from above, "but you are much too smelly." The Big Smelly Bear looked up and saw a big fluffy bear sitting in some branches. A big fluffy bear smiled at the Big Smelly Bear. "Why don't you take a bath?" asked the Big Fluffy Bear. "Then you wouldn't itch or smell." "Because I don't need a bath," replied the Big Smelly Bear. "Yes, you do," said the Big Fluffy Bear. "No, I don't," said the Big Smelly Bear. "Yes, you do," growled the Big Fluffy Bear. "No, I do not," growled the Big Smelly Bear back. "Yes, you do," cried the Big Fluffy Bear. "No, I do not," shouted the Big Smelly Bear. "Yes, you do," shouted the Big Fluffy Bear, "because you stink." Both bears sat quietly for a minute. Then the Big Smelly Bear sighed a big sigh. "All right," he said, and he stomped off, grumbling down the hill to the pond. When the Big Smelly Bear got out of the pond, he shook the water from his big body. Big Fluffy Bear jumped down from the tree and sniffed. "There," she said, "that's much better. Now you smell all clean." And she scratched his back for him. The itch was gone. The big smelly bear sighed. "Thank you," he said. Then he gave big fluffy bear a bear's back a little scratch too. "I'm not going to take any more baths," said the big smelly bear. Big fluffy bear smiled, and the two big bears had a little bear hug. Big Smelly Bear liked Big Fluffy Bear very much, even though he said he would never bathe again. Sometimes, late at night, he would wander down to the big pond. And can you guess what he was doing? What do you think he's doing? I think he was taking a bath, right? The end. I miss you, boys and girls. Till next time.